the time we've all been waiting for. It is finally time to drive a race car. That's right, it is finally time to drive a race car. Welcome to my truck. Thank you for riding along. We are on our way to VIR right now. We are gonna finally put this thing on track. I've been sitting on this car for 6 months at this point, and I have not been able to drive it. I was supposed to drive it a bunch of times last season. It never worked out. It snowed, it flooded, it rained, whatever it was. Events got canceled, and I was never able to drive the thing. So I finally get to drive my race car. I'm so excited. A bunch of work to do. It took me several days. It didn't have to take me several days when I'm working on nights, you know, and stuff like that. So the last video you saw was made over the course of several days. We got it all done. This car is ready to go. I am so excited. I can barely contain myself in this seat right now. In any case, we're on our way to VIR. We'll be there in about 4.5 hours or so. I'm gonna try to use a little bit of this YouTube magic I keep hearing so much about. I'm gonna try to use it. I'm new. I can't promise it's gonna work really well, but we're gonna give it a shot. 4.5 hours for me, hopefully no time at all for you. Let's give this thing a shot. Well, it's close. Not exactly right. I'll have to keep trying on that. But we're at registration. We're at the track. And we got the race car. I'm gonna go inside and register, and then the next thing you're gonna see is me getting an annual tech on this thing. We have to tech these cars before its first race every year to make sure that we didn't screw something up in the off season and make sure everything is still legal, like belts and nets and seats and whatever, all that kind of stuff. But in any case, let me go register. I will see you guys in another second. All right, so we are here. I'm a terrible person. I'm a really bad YouTuber. It's actually been a whole night instead of just 1 second, but we are here. The car is warming up. We've got my brother driving our other car that we share right over here. We're warming up. We're about to go out. There's another group on the track right now. This group is stacked. I'm actually the only car in my own class here, but there's gonna be 30 cars in this group, so it's gonna be a bunch of fun. I'm gonna find somebody to run with. We're gonna go out for qualifying. First time I've ever driven the car. I am very excited. I cannot wait. I think we're prepared. I've done everything. Everything looks ready to go. So cross what you got and let's go racing. that was fun. As you can see, while waiting for the tires to come in, the car is a bit of a handful. When it's cold, it's sliding all over the place. I really didn't expect all of that business, but it is a lot of fun to drive. It is super fun. When the tires come in and it kind of settles out a little bit, but it still rotates some, you can make it do whatever you want to. It's super reliable. It does the same thing over and over again. You can make it do whatever you want it to do. It's a really fun car. Can't exactly call it fast by any chance, but I passed some cars. You saw me pass a couple cars, but man, it's fun. It's a fun car. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. We're getting up. So I forgot to plug in my transponder. There's a little device that when it goes across the timing thing, it pops up what your time is, you know? And I forgot to plug the damn thing in, so I have no time, so I'm starting from the back. So, in the next clip you're gonna see, obviously I don't know what's gonna happen yet, but I usually start, I have a lot of fun with starts. And when you're starting from the very back, nobody's watching, nobody cares what you're doing, so, you know, I might miss the green flag and go a little early. Who knows? It's kind of hard to say. You just never can tell, you know? But it's gonna be a bunch of fun. Starting from the back is always good, because even in a slow car like this thing, you can pass people. You pass people, and it's always fun to pass people, you know, in one way or the other. But anywho, it's going great so far. I'm having my buddy who drove it is letting me borrow his data acquisition stuff, so I got that in the car. He's gonna let me borrow his radio. I'll have that in the car. The cool suit we made is here, and it's just about ready to go in. I just gotta throw some ice and water in it, and we're done. I'm gonna set pressure, tire pressures. I'm gonna torque the wheels. I'm gonna go back out. That's the beauty of this thing. There's just not a lot to mess with. So it all kind of comes back to you as a driver to make it go fast, but there's not a lot to set up stuff to mess with, and I kind of like that. The simplicity of the car is super cool. But anywho, we're gonna go out for the race here in about 2 hours or so. I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna hang out. I'm gonna get some water back in my body, and we're gonna have some fun. So, good news, bad news. I dropped a half a second off of my qualifying lap time. The race went great. I had a bunch of fun. I learned a lot. I went faster. It was great. Bad news is the camera locked up and stopped filming as I rolled off grid, as did the data acquisition stuff that I'm borrowing. Locked up, didn't get anything. So I have literally no footage from today's race to show you. But what I do have to show you is a little bit of kart race. We're doing a 2-hour enduro. That's our kart right there. We're doing a 2-hour enduro. Just something for fun, something to have some fun with. But it'll be a lot of fun, and I'm excited to do this too. I'm gonna drive everything I can drive this weekend. It's gonna be amazing. But day 2 is tomorrow. We're hoping to fight off the R word. Hopefully it stays good. But the weather report right now looks all right. But hopefully tomorrow, day 2, I will actually have some footage to show you. In the meantime, I'm gonna get my kart race on, and I will see you guys in about 2 seconds. All right, so we are here for day 2. The car is pretty much ready. I was getting a little bit of brake fade at the end of the last race, so we bled brakes, and the pedal has come back to me a little bit. We'll see how it goes to the race. It was supposed to rain today. It was supposed to rain all day today, and I was actually going to pull out of the race and not compete and get some money back. But with the weather holding, I mean, it's cold, it's windy, and it's cold. But with the weather holding, I decided to stick around. But it seems like most other people did not tend to stick around. When you walk over here, and you can see just how empty this whole paddock is. You look out here, you can see there's usually a lot of people around here, but it's pretty well empty. So I'm probably going to go out and just turn some practice laps, learn a little more about this car. The good news is I think I figured out what happened to the data logging stuff, and so I think that's fixed. It's working again, so hopefully that'll work for me. I got a new battery in the camera. Hopefully I have something to show you today. But we still have there's an enduro going right now. We still have another hour and a half or so before I go on track. But the car is torqued, brakes are bled, oil's checked, everything's set and ready to go. That's kind of the one negative thing about what we do here is with being group 6, we're the last group of the weekend. So we have to do some standing around and just kind of waiting. But anywho, it's still a good time. You get to hang out with your buds and everything and just chill. But we're ready to go. Hopefully I will have something fun to show you from today. You missed out on most of the good video. I'll try to get a good start for you guys and show you something good. But I will see you guys in that race car in just a second. So that was awesome. I love race starts. I love jumping in and mixing it up with some faster cars. I love being in close, tight quarters. You're having to really head on a swivel all the time during the start, making sure you're not cutting anyone off, making sure nobody's, there's no accidents. Sometimes you get into a situation where cars are sliding, they're kind of out of control, and you have to avoid. I love the action. It's so much fun. It's definitely some of my favorite parts of the race itself is the start. That black and orange car that you saw, the black and orange Miata, that's actually my brother-in-law, so being able to get in and mix it up with family members makes it that much better. This car did awesome. I am so happy with it. I have some stuff that I want to improve. The new wheel we put on is a little bit small diameter, like I talked about, so I want to get a slightly larger diameter. Probably that's about 11.5 inches. I want like a 12.5 inch, so something like that. About 350 millimeters, I think, if I got that right, maybe 330. But in any case, I want to be a little bit bigger. So there's still some work to do here, but this thing was awesome. It has actually been about a week or so since the race. I started going through the video and realized I'd never filmed an outro. I got home super late Sunday night. It was like 12:30, 1 o'clock or so, and I actually just backed the trailer up to the shop and I pushed the car off the trailer, shut down the shop, and went inside and went to bed. I didn't even unload the truck. Which that's just how it goes sometimes. That's just the track's about 4 hours away. We were the last group. We came off track at about 4 o'clock or so. Between loading and hanging out and just kind of chilling with a beer with some friends there at the racetrack, it takes a while to get out and it takes a while to get home. That's just how it goes when you're unloading your own stuff. In any case, I wanted to come down here in the middle of editing my video and film an outro for this, close this thing up. Thank you so much for watching. I've got a small audience right now, right about 40 subscribers or so, but I love doing this. I love making these videos. I love trying to inspire you to go out and start your own project. If you want to find me in between videos, find me on Instagram. I'm very active at The.Daily.Racer. Find me there, stories, posts. I try to do daily because I'm always doing something. I'm always messing with something, whether it's here in the shop or house projects or whatever. Find me there if you want to get stuff in between the videos. Right now, we are obviously in the middle of this coronavirus pandemic going on. So we have been self-quarantining here for about a week or two at this point, and we are looking at another week or three, just kind of depends on what happens. There's some news is always changing and ever evolving, but the point is that means that I am here stuck all day, every day, and I have to work on something. I cannot sit still for super long. So look for more videos. I think the next thing we're going to work on is my truck. I would love to work on my trailer as well. Didn't get a whole lot of parts for that. But in any case, the next video I think is going to be rig maintenance and updates and improvements. So, again, thank you for watching this video. Click subscribe, hit the bell if you want to know when I'm posting. I'm trying for about twice a month on the 1st and the 15th or so. In any case, I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.